Okay, I'm going to walk through the steps of writing an equation from a graph. So I'm looking at number 42 here in the book, and I'm on page 150. Um, as I look at this graph, the first thing I have to decide is the sine or cosine. Well, because it starts here at 0, 0, it's sine. So I'm like, okay, it's a sine wave. So that's my first decision. My second decision is it reflected. Well, sine usually immediately starts going up. This goes down, so it's negative sine. The next thing I can see is the amplitude. What is the min and the max? Well, it goes from -2 to 2, which means the amplitude is 2. The hardest thing that can be sometimes is figuring out the period. So the normal period of sine is 2 pi. So out here you can see they gave you 2 pi. How many times does it repeat in there? It should repeat once. So 0, I should be back to 0 again. Well, I see back to 0. Ooh, I did that twice. So what that means is that this repeats twice in there. So my b is 2. So my equation is going to be y equals -2 sine of 2x. So what you're looking at when you are looking for this is you're looking at the amplitude. That's going to be the number out front. You need to decide if it's sine or if it's cosine. If it's reflected, so is it going the right way that you'd expect the normal sine graph to go? And then you need to count the periods. So you should normally have one period. You should start here at 0 and you should be back at 0 here at 2 pi. I'm not, so what's the difference between that? Something like 43 or 44, those are going to have fractions because they actually do less than you would think. It doesn't go through the whole one in that 2 pi. So that's going to be a fractional change where this, and you can see something like 45, that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 times. That's going to have a 4x. Whereas 43 and 44 are only half a 1. You can see they start low. This is cosine because it starts down here at the bottom. And it gets back up to its max, but it doesn't come back down and restart. It would have to have the rest of the hump. And so it's only got half of them. So this also is a cosine wave. You can see that because it starts at the top. And again, it only goes through half a period in this 2 pi. So that's how you look at these and decide to make an equation. Now, all these usually in real world, they're not this neat, but still the point is that I can make a pretty rough assumption of what it should look like, and then that allows me to program the computer to get the specifics.